Okay, so I have been seeing a little bit about Meghan Markle and Harry. They are yet again out on the town. They're wasting no time. They're just going to be living their lives here. They've done the Invictus Games and now they're out and about toasting and schmoozing with the creme de la creme. The creme de la creme. All right. So Kevin Costner, who is just recently divorced, and who also, I had to look it up because in my mind I was like, I think that's Kevin Costner, but he was the one who apparently AH walked into his trailer while they were filming, like that Kevin Costner. Gossip allegedly, that apparently the rumor is that Kevin Costner at a party back in 2014, they were starring in a movie together, 3 Days to Kill. According to the claim that surfaced in 2022, Costner purportedly said that the following while at an unspecified party: when you broke up with Depp for a day or two, it didn't take you long to find your way into my trailer naked, though, did it? So, and I really do recall, didn't she show up into Johnny's trailer in a robe or something like that? Just her MO, I guess. But it's so crazy how all these things are connected. And she is out there, let's see, some pretty big names. Of course, we've got Oprah, who is problematic. We have Ellen DeGeneres, who is kind of problematic as well. Portia de Rossi, and then yeah. So they've got them pictured out here at this charity event. It was the 1805 live event for first responders in Santa Barbara this past Friday, and so Backgrid, as I was saying, Backgrid got some photos of them. Meghan was wearing like gold earrings, like a hoop kind of chunky earring, hair pulled back real sleek, and then like this oversized cape, Carolina Herrera jacket. It's vintage, so probably can't sell out there. That's her and Portia de Rossi, Ellen's wife. You can see Harry there schmoozing, chatting, talking. I wonder if they had a glass of wine or two. There he is there, Harry again. Ooh, excuse me. Ellen up on the stage. So Ellen's still doing her things in some parts. Like, she's taken herself out of the public view, but she's still mixing and mingling with her A-plus stars like Oprah Winfrey, who is so problematic. It's so crazy, and like, it's like, is there something wrong with everybody? Like, anybody you've ever looked up to or thought was this or thought was that, like, it ends up turning out to be something fucking crazy. And it's like, Oprah too? For real? Like, everybody with some money is fucking corrupt here lately, it seems like, and I just don't understand. I just don't understand. But another thing that they're trying to say, okay, so they're at this event, right? This charity event for the first responders. And they're up on this stage, and there's this video going around. This lady, she has the microphone, and she's walking, like, Meghan and Harry are like kind of walking up on the stage, like to come to the front, it looks like. And the lady has the microphone, she turns, and the way that she's holding it, to me it looks like she's walking up to them, but the way she's holding it looks like it could be her passing the microphone to Meghan. Now, of course, they're all like, oh, she's so attention hungry. Of course, she wanted to grab the microphone. It wasn't even about her, this, that, and other, da, da, da. And I'm like, okay, I can kind of see that, but like, if I were in the same situation, this woman's like walking up to me with like a microphone, like sometimes like I get nervous and like fucking freeze. So maybe in my head I would have like reached for it, even though it would have been like, why do I, like, I wasn't on, you know, scheduled to speak or anything like that. You know, it's just like your instinct. The way she was holding it, the way the woman was holding it, really did seem like she could have been passing it to her. But of course, they make it into this whole scenario. I'm gonna post the video for you guys to see, just if you haven't. But they're really out here living their life. This is them, a better picture of the lovely couple. As you can see, Harry is in his sports coat. That's probably not a sports coat, but whatever. Black and black or navy or so. And then this is the cape. and her hair slicked back. Harry is doing his thing. Like, I wonder, especially for William, is it unacceptable? Because I have been seeing some excellent, awesome toupee coverage, like, videos where they're like putting these toupees on these guys and it's motherfucking seamless. It looks so good, au natural, and it's taking years off of these guys. And I'm like, yes, we're human. Like, we have a little bit of vanity. We want to look our best. We, you know, when we don't have our hair, maybe we like might feel a type of way. That could be like an insecure thing. Like, if they don't give a fuck, then fuck it. Do whatever you want to do. But I'm just saying, if they were insecure about it, I could see them. Oh my God. Like, could you imagine Harry and or especially William? Because I think his balding has like aged him more. And I'm really not trying to talk about this in a like a bad way. But I'm just like thinking, like, I could see it. Like, if he were to get like one of those like seamless ass toupee things that I've been seeing, it would take years off of him. He would probably look like back when he was like at least early 30s, like even maybe even younger than that. It would take years off him. Same with Harry. And I'm like, is that like acceptable or not? Or would it seem like, you know, they're too involved with their vanity or care too much about their appearance, and that would be off-putting for the ton and this, that, another, da, da, da. I don't know. It was just a thought, because I was looking at some of these pictures, and then I was looking at the pictures of William when he was in New York and this, that, and the other, and I was just like wondering, like, would they be able to do that? I don't know. I really don't know. But Usher is doing the Super Bowl. I did see that. So I'm kind of excited about that, because I used to have posters of Usher up on my motherfucking walls. Like that Confessions album or 8701. I used to have my little CD player. It was blue. It was sparkly blue. And I had my little headphones. I had the 8701. Oh my gosh. I can't. Memories, nostalgia. When things were like so simple back then. So simple back then. But yeah, you guys, I just feel like, my God, at this point, they seem like they're out there living their lives. They're doing their thing. And on the other side, with William and Kate, over in the UK, there seems to be some Twitters and whisperings and stuff, and I'm not quite ready to like speak on it yet, but there's things out there, like, and they were like rumors that had like been out there, you know, about alleged, you know, stuff, and I just hope Kate is okay. You know, they like to start shit. They really do like to motherfucking start shit. And when they get off of this one, they want to go over on this one. I just hope that she's okay. But there's, you know, Twitter's out there. You can't determine what's true, what's fake. It's really, really hard to know what's real, what's fake. But I have been seeing stuff. And I'm going to keep it on that until, like, I see a little bit more. It's so crazy also seeing these pictures of Jennifer Howe and Tasya Van Ree with the Auto Asylum. They're doing like this good patch thing. So here they are pictured together at their event. And it's so crazy how Jennifer Howe, you know, spoke out against Whitney Heard and her lies in the case and whatnot. And Tasya was an ex of AH, who we know has a pattern of doing this to her significant others. So it's so crazy how they're working so closely together and have been for quite a minute. This is a better picture of Meghan and Harry with the creme de la creme. Look at Oprah. Oh my goodness, you see Portia and Ellen right here at Kevin Costner's house, freshly divorced. Oh my goodness. But I also see that Johnny has started directing for his film Modi. I'm trying to find the pictures. Trying to find them. Hold on so I can show you. Okay, so he's in Budapest. I kind of like, really, I love saying that name, like Budapest. But here he is. He's got one of his fave hats on, got a scarf on, overalls, getting his directors on with his shades. He's directing Modi. So he has gone from starring in a movie as a king, the king, and now he is going to directing a movie. That's what happens when you do right. That's what happens when you do right. But one more thing I want to talk about, because this is kind of just going down my timeline type of video today, kind of catch up. But one thing I want to touch on, and I'm going to trigger warning you here now, for EDs, like eating disorders, eating, stuff like that. I have spoken about Eugenia Cooney on this channel prior, way down. And it is very shocking because I really don't try to go through her content. I might see something pop up on my screen every so often with her randomly. And I'm always amazed and glad that she is still on this earth with us. But it is a concerning situation because it's always been a concerning situation. She's been doing this for probably like 10 years on this platform, YouTube. Jacqueline Glenn, who was a friend of her, like a group of friends, tried to get together to actually help her, pretty much forced her to get help. She got into a rehab situation, Eugenia Cooney. She was in rehab, and then Shane Dawson came out and did a documentary on her. She looked a lot better, had more weight on her and everything. But then after that, it went right back to where it was and like into worse, like she does not look good. And Eugenia it's so weird with her, and it's such a touchy, sensitive topic because she knows how she's affecting people. She reads the comments. She's very much aware of what people are saying and how they feel about her situation. People ask about her family. Her mother is very much aware of the situation. That's been talked about. Her mother says that she's just naturally thin. People think that she's using her as basically the moneymaker in the family. And she's just... so she got the help, and now she's pretty much, from this latest thing that has come across, because it's kind of gone viral simply because it is so shocking. So again, trigger warning. It's just like the fact that she's still on the platform is just, it's crazy. And I really don't believe in deplatforming and demonetizing people and this, that, and other. And we have it on the sides of people like Nikocado Avocado, who was overeating, and others with the binging and everything. And then we have this other side with Eugenia, who they're claiming is naturally thin. But I think she's also come out and said that like she's had an issue, has an issue. And so Jacqueline Glenn, who got like pretty much slammed. People were saying that pretty much she was getting into Eugenia's business. She was just using it for clout, using it for views, very much going against, like, it was none of her business. It was not her right to go against Eugenia's wishes and like intervene and, get her help. But on the other hand, she probably has prolonged Eugenia's life. It's sad to say, but once I show you this, you'll definitely understand. But it is on line for everybody to see. She has a monetized YouTube channel, Twitch, all of those things. Her family is well aware. She makes these titles that are very clickbaity. Let me just go to her page so I can let you guys know. So her videos are very clickbaity. So 13 days ago, given the fact of everything, how she looks, her past, this, that, and other, I'm going away. 13 days ago, I'm going away, ... Boom. So of course, people are gonna click and think, oh my God, is she going to rehab? Is she going to But of course, she was just going to fucking Disney or whatever. Then 3 weeks ago, she posted why I left. She's also does cosplay, which cosplay outfits show off a lot of fucking skin. And yes, it is her body to show, but at what point do we like, come on now? Okay, my mom's calling. Okay, I'm back. So she also posted the Barbie try-on, obviously, which is the cosplay. Right before that, things are really bad right now. ... Obviously, people are like, what the fuck? That was about her grandmother passing, apparently. The answers to everything you've wanted to know. Let me guess. Did she answer anything we really, really wanted to know? No. But this is the video of her that is making its rounds. She is dressed up in the Beyonce Single Ladies outfit, dancing around. I'm gonna put the volume down because of the music, but it is trigger warning, and it is online, and it is on her socials. This is Eugenia, and I've never so I don't know. I've seen some weird fucking shit like on TikTok, like those lives and stuff. I know that people have like kinks and they have like whatever the fuck where this is appealing, and like she obviously, like, I heard somebody explain it as like a car wreck. Like, you see a car wreck, it's hard to look away. And it's something that like you see, it's so shocking and it's so disbelieving in your eyes that you can't help but to look. And so it's just like you're looking like, how is this happening? How is someone letting this take place? How has nobody stopped this? How is she making money doing this? Like, all of these fucking questions come to your mind. And then it's like, also, there's young girls looking at this. They're like, who want to be like her. I just, it's a lot. And I hadn't seen her for a minute. And then seeing her come across my timeline like that, I was like, Eugenia. And then seeing all the clickbait titles, it's like she kind of knows what she's doing. It's just so crazy. It's just so mother effing crazy. And Jacqueline Glenn, I'm sorry that they came so fucking hard at you when you were trying to help your friend out, because she needed it and she needs it now. But I don't even know if it's, yeah. So I'm gonna leave it at that, you guys. I hope that you've had a lovely Monday wherever you may be in this crazy, crazy world, only getting crazier. But I'll see you again in another video. Stay tuned and we'll chat a little bit later. Bye. Okay, so we're gonna really ignore the fact that I really don't think at this point that RB has said anything in relation to the accusations, the heinous claims, the horrible claims, the evidence, the witness, any of that joint. I was just over on Ethan Klein's, I saw that he had a live, because when it comes up on your YouTube, you can see, and he was talking about RB sending like a legal notice to him, right? And I was like, hold up, wait, a legal notice? When we're free speech and this, then the other, and we're questioning and all, whoa. But this is everything you stand for, going against the grain, against the norm, and you're being like, you know, you get to criticize the big media or big pharma and everything else and right? You get to criticize X, Y, and Z, but when somebody criticizes what's out with you, you want to send legal notices. But it was an issue when an article was put out. But you want to send legal notices because somebody is saying something about you. But what are you saying about the situation with the actual people who have claimed you? Now, Ethan Klein goes hard, and a lot of people are going to disagree. a lot of people hate Ethan Klein, a lot of people like Ethan Klein. But Ethan Klein has also won like lawsuits in the past for like, you know, citation claims, copyright, all this, that, and other. So if we were to even go there, he has a team of lawyers behind him as well that have helped him in like previous fucking cases and whatnot. So this is going to be a situation, because if you sent a legal notice, I kind of find it fucking hypocritical. And if you can send a legal notice to that, has he sent legal notices to like the Sunday Times? Has he sent legal notices to the accusers? Has he, well, I guess not, because they're like anonymous, but has he sent legal notices to other, you know, situations? I know for me, my first video I put up, I was copyright claimed. And then when it was his face, right? And so then I put like this little cover over it, and I did it again, and they didn't claim it. So that was a little strange. But I do believe that Ethan kind of did go in. He said some things on his Twitter. Let me pull it up. So if you don't know who Ethan Klein is, he is over on H3H3. He has a podcast. He's married to Ela Klein, who does Teddy Fresh. That's like an apparel line. They have a podcast that's been out for forever long. It's been out for a minute. I only really knew who they were once because I followed Trisha Paytas when she started doing Frenemies with I put Ela and Ethan's name together. Ethan. They did frenemies together, and that's when I knew about H3H3, and I've kind of like followed them since then. And that was a whole era in itself, and they no longer are the Frenemies podcast. That was a whole downfall in itself. If you fucking know, you know. So yeah, I'm like, I kind of find that, how are you going to be sending claim, like... So I do see, I went to Ethan's Twitter, right? And it says alleged R word. He's being brutal about it, okay? A lot of us are trying to be touchy-feely, not trying to say the wrong thing, because a lot of you guys are very, very much so Team Brand. We don't want to get our necks fucking cut off for like being uncomfortable with the fact that this man may or may not have been dealing with a 16-year-old, but then we're seeing people saying, well, it's legal, it's consent of age, but it's just like, would you be okay if that was your daughter or son with a 30-year-old? Like, are we putting things into context? Like, or like, what is it? It's feeling a little, and I don't even want to fucking say the word, because I know a lot of people are fucking pro him, but like the fact that, and then I was trying to even see, like, he had his Rumble today, right? And I like clicked on the link, but then I had to get into work stuff, but I haven't really seen that he said anything about it. I don't know. Anyway, let me go into what Ethan says. Very, minces no word. Okay, it says, alleged R word, Russell Brand doesn't like free speech when it's about him. He used this new video addressing our allegations to claim our podcast about him. What a hypocritical loser, and by loser I mean R word, allegedly. But read the article, not much room for doubt. So Ethan is very much on the side of like, you did that shit. No, we're not gonna do innocent until proven guilty. Like, of course he has to say allegedly to remain from getting sued. But it does see here that it looks like it was claimed on the 22nd of September. You probably can't even see that, but it was claimed on the 22nd of September. The fifth bit, the beginning, dispute submitted, monetization being held, so audio and visual. And then he reshared the article saying, if you haven't read it, here's the article by the way. And then we have him going on live today, speaking about this issue. So there's that. I just feel as if, and I'm going on Russell Brand's thing, I did see where he, shared his link to the Rumble today. Did you guys watch? Did you tune in? I did see people saying, why not upload directly to X? For formerly known as Twitter. The fact that we even have to say that is so fucking wild. We've seen so much. A lot of I stand with brand. We support you. I'm going to watch. There was like 75,000 people on the live at one point, apparently. They're wanting him to stream on X. I don't even know if that's a capability on Elon Musk's X. You can do a Spaces, but you won't have that visual aspect. Someone said, well, that was a good show. Really enjoyed the episode. You and at Jimmy Dore were on fire. Thanks for all you do. Fantastic first episode back, Russell. Killed it in today's episode. Speaking so much truth to power. So it doesn't seem like he said anything. And I really don't think he's going to. But it's so interesting how you will send legal stuff to other people who are criticizing the situation. Obviously, we don't know what's happening behind the scenes because he's not saying anything. Hashtag Russell Brand. I just like put his name on Twitter and then hit latest. Says hashtag Russell Brand is so innocent he decided not to sue Channel 4 and the Times. Metropolitan Police investigating Russell Brand. That's not good. That's not good. But if you're free speech, you gotta be free speech all the way around, right? Oh, and Chrono Kurtz did have an ex-lover of Russell Brand on her show. I think they were together for about a year, and she was just like, they had a very beautiful relationship. She was not claiming that they were, exclusive or like even dating of that matter, just like very like lovers. She used to work burlesque out in LA, very like free-spirited, and she was just pretty much like, I don't see him as being that way. We shared a beautiful time together. He was very intelligent. We were lovers, like all this, that, and the other, just very showing him as this soft, charming, intelligent man, which she shared a year of lovemaking with. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I just keep thinking about his wife through all of this. Like, I feel like the fact of him not saying anything, I'm sure obviously his legal is telling him to do that, but like, wouldn't you as his wife want to like him to be like, can you say something? I don't want, like, can you say, like, I don't know. It's such a horrible situation to be in. But I know he's listening to his legal team. Obviously, and they're directing him to do whatever it is that they're telling him to do and just go on as business as usual, maybe, and do his thing. But yeah, this girl is very much like, when I was with him, he would never do that. And Chrono Courts did ask her the question, people would say, just because he was one way with you does not mean he couldn't be another way with somebody else. Or, there was a point in time where he said he was stepping away from all the foolishness and all the rah, and maybe you knew him at the time where he was getting his shit together. So you didn't know him at the time where he was doing the drugs hard and doing da. So, and she was like, that's right, and that is true, but, and I can see that, he could have that situation, but she just felt as if that's not who she knew. That's not who she knew. And that's what I keep hearing in these situations, even with the Danny Masterson situation. It's just like, yeah, people are so multifaceted. One side of a person that they want you to know, in that time. And That doesn't mean that just because they're lovely and whatever with you, that they're not a horrible person to somebody else. Like, and I just feel, that's how I feel in this situation. Like, it just puts a bad taste in my mouth. I haven't seen anything else really. Like, I put his name in. I'm not seeing that he's really come out and said anything else. I see that the Metropolitan Police are going to be looking into him. Yeah. But Ethan Klein is not fucking having it. Is not. Yeah, CNN posted 6 hours ago, comedian Russell Brand under investigation by London's Metropolitan Police after media outlets revealed allegation of art and sexual assault. Let them investigate genuinely. So they're going into investigation. So when people investigate, I guess that means at that point the mouths are closed, the documents come out, the papers are drawn up, and this is when shit happens. Wicked man, he did all that, jail him. Wow, justice must prevail. Shocker, everyone has something. He really deserves it. So underneath CNN, they're seeming in a different way. Someone posted Russell Brand has not been arrested, nor is any criminal investigation currently taking place. The Attorney General has not issued a contempt of court warning about publishing anything that could prejudice any future criminal investigation into Russell Brand. So they're doing an investigation. So then someone underneath that said, wrong, the Met are now investigating several allegations. And the person responded and said, it's not a criminal investigation yet, as far as I'm aware. The person said, how is it not a criminal investigation if the police are investigating? She said, because they have to ascertain that a crime has taken place before it's criminal. And they said that is the very definition of a criminal investigation. It's an investigation conducted by police officers with a view to be ascertained whether a person should be charged with an offense or not. So, what the fuck? And then the person started not responding. Ooh. So I guess we will see. I guess we shall see. The Met Police have received, yep, Sky News. So I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen with this, you guys. I know that a lot of you all are very much pro him, and I would hate that, like, if he did actually do these things, like letting all his fans and supporters down. That would be horrible. And then on the other side, it's like I would feel so shocked and just as disturbed and disgusted if it was found out that the Sunday Times and, you know, the accusers are like made up, or all of this was some type of collusion and actual, you know, concerted effort to take this man down, that they made up this whole story. I would be absolutely fucking disgusted. But I haven't seen enough. But it seems like the Metropolitan Police are doing like an investigation, and that's what's going to happen. I don't know. I know a lot of you guys are very much rooting for him, and let me know if you watched his Rumble. I see that people feel like he did a great job, but I'm gonna leave that there. I'm gonna follow in the background and see what's going on. I'm gonna see what's going on with Ethan Klein and, you know, his legal shit and whatnot with R&B, but we'll see.